So my Samsung phone is currently not charging, and I know it's a charging port problem. How do I know this? Because it was turned on while I was trying to charge it and it did not charge. I tried using several chargers while it was still turned on and working perfectly. So I knew the only problem was that it's not charging. So therefore it's a charging port problem. I hurriedly went to the supermarket to get a wireless charger, but it was too late. By the time I came back, the phone was switched off, so I could not try it out. So now the only way to fix this problem is to change the charging port. So that's what we're about to do now. And if this doesn't work, definitely you're not going to see this video. If you're watching this video now, that means it definitely worked. So the first step of fixing this is to go online as usual to search for one of those Indian tutorials that would always work. You may not understand them, but it would work. So I watched several of them and I realized I would have to spend some money. I can do it myself, but I would have to spend some money, and obviously it's cheaper to do it yourself because all I need to get is a charging port for my phone. This is a Samsung A51, so I had to go online to search for Samsung A51 charging ports and got it. I got it for 10 euros something, but anyways, approximately 11 euros. And I'm about to DIY this because if I have to take it to the phone store, regardless of what is spoiled in a Samsung phone, it is always expensive to repair. So let me show you how to do this. First of all, you would need a pin, a card, any card, your ATM card, any card you're not willing to destroy anyways. I don't think you should use your ATM, but any card that feels like that, a screwdriver, and of course your charging port. And you also need to be careful with the way you're handling the phone. So first step is to remove the back of the phone, and you're going to be using a pin and a card to remove that, as you're seeing me do now. You have to be careful while you're doing it. Make sure nothing is getting ripped off. And when you open it up, you see there's so many screwdrivers. You see these so many screws, we have to get rid of them. Not technically get rid of them, just like remove them first so that we can open it up and see the charging port.
So at this point I had to fast forward it because I don't think anybody needs a tutorial on how to remove the screw, plus I was fidgeting a lot.
I'm willing to lose the phone if it did not go well because that served me so well. This was one of the phones I used to start my YouTube channel, and it has made me way more money than I used to buy it. So like, it's tired. If it's tired, it's tired. Okay, I'm willing to let it go and buy a new one, but I'm not willing to give up on it yet. Okay,
you have to make sure that you remove every single one of this screw, and I was done at this point. So now I removed all the screws, and it will be easy to remove the side layer that is holding everything together. So now that's what I'm going to be doing using the pin. I'll first use the pin to get a little bit out, but I'm not going to use a pin throughout the process because I don't want to damage anything inside the phone. So I'm just going to use a pin to get some parts out, and then I'm going to use the card to get rid of the rest. I tried using my finger here, but yeah, it was not really going as planned, so I just had to use the card. So while doing this, you have to be very careful because you don't want to damage anything at the side. So you have to use the card to remove every part of the side, and it would come off. And then when it comes off, it would reveal this innermost part, and this is where the real work gets done. So next step is to disconnect this big cable that connects the charging port to the battery. I hope I'm not mistaken. And then this little antenna cable, and then up here we remove the LCD, and then the other parts we're going to remove the sensor. And now we can get rid of the charging port and replace it with a new one. So now we have to meticulously replace the new one exactly how the old one was. So at this point I was definitely fidgeting. I was shaking like a leaf. That's how you know this is my first time. So I was finally able to plug it in, and I have to connect everything back that I disconnected. I started from the big cable and then the LCD. Unfortunately my hand covered that part, sorry about that. And then the sensor, I closed that, and then the white cable, which is the little cable, connected it back. So basically you're disconnecting and connecting back 4 different things. And I also had to make sure that everything was placed properly. So even though I already reconnected it, I had to redo it again because I saw that the tiny cable was coming out of the side and it's supposed to stay at the side. So I had to fix that. So now the next step is to plug it in and see if it's charging, and it was. So I was so happy about that. And yeah, so now we have to screw drive everything back to the way it was. And voila, that's basically how to do your thing. That's basically how to fix your charging port. I just saved myself a couple of euros by fixing this thing myself, and you can do the same too. Don't let fear hold you back. Now I can add phone technician to my CV because why not?
So that's it for this video. I'm very sure you learned something today. And that's what we do on this channel. Every time you come to this channel, you're coming to learn something. Although I have a second channel where I just show my shenanigans, lifestyle vlogs, interviews about how life is in the country of the Netherlands as a foreigner. So if you're interested, you can go subscribe to that one. It's called Face Shop. I link in the description box. But if you're interested in AI, editing and tech, this is the channel for you. Make sure you subscribe, like, share this video. My video does not get shown enough on YouTube, so you sharing the video would be really helpful to me. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye. Mwah.